In this tutorial for Introduction to C Programming, COP 3223 at the University of Central Florida, we will show you how to get, install, and organize code blocks for your first program. First, what I want you to do is we want you to go to Google, go to your Google page, and just simply type in code blocks, one word, and it'll take you to this website here. Go ahead and just click right on the link. We're going to go to Downloads right here in this top tab. Click on Downloads. Now we'll go to Download Binary Release. This is the link we want. There's a lot of different ways to download this, but this is the simplest way. Scroll down until you see the most recent one. This happens to be 16.01, released on January 28th, 2016. You can download it from either SourceForge.net or FossHub. Either one works, doesn't really matter. I'm going to use SourceForge because it's been around for a long time. Now you'll have to wait for it to get ready to download and go through a little bit of just waiting for it to start, but it should start momentarily. As you can see at the bottom of my page, it's starting to download down here. So we will click on, you can either click on it down here, or you can open up your Downloads tab, and you can download it. You can see I downloaded twice in the working on this video, 3 times actually, but we'll open it up. Now here you'll see, I can't really show you right here, but it says, do you want to allow this app from an unknown publisher to make changes to your device? Code blocks 16.01 setup 1.exe. Publisher unknown, file origin hard drive on this computer. The answer to this is yes. I can't record that because of safety features in Windows, but you get the idea, you'll see it. Now we're ready for the install. We'll go ahead and hit next. Just to go ahead and agree. You don't need to change any of these settings here. These are all fine to leave checked. Go ahead and install it to your preferred place. I'm just going to install it directly into the C hard drive under Program Files, Code Blocks. Yes, we want to run code blocks now. Now what we're going to do is we're going to create a new file. You can do that by either clicking on this tile here, which is the New File button, and click Empty File, or you can click on the File, New, Empty File. They both do the same thing. Same with Open File, Save File. They're all here in the File menu as well. Now we're going to save one of these files. You can either save them here with the quick icons, or you can go to the File menu and save them. It doesn't matter which way. Now I highly recommend for schoolwork using a cloud system of some sort. I like to use Google Drive. However, OneDrive or iCloud or Dropbox or any of those will do just fine. It depends on what you like. Now, every single program you will create will have at least 3 files. So more than just creating a file for your class COP 3223, you should, inside of that, create folders for your individual programs so there's not bleed over between them. This program we're going to do is called Hello World. So we'll just do a quick naming like that. Save inside Hello World. Change the name to Hello World.c. It's important to use the .c because if you don't specify, it may be saved as a different file type like a C++, which could behave differently when running your program. Now for starters, we're going to start with some comments to put in some code that's not read by the compiler. How we do that? By using slashes, 2 slashes in a row. And you're going to put your name here. Do another 2 slashes. We'll put COP 3223 and your section number. We'll put your professor's name and a brief description of what your program does. In this program, we are simply going to print something on the screen. We're going to print Hello World on the screen. Now we start, I'm not going to go into the reasons why all of these things are included. That's for your professors to teach, but we always start, every project is going to start with hashtag include stdio.h. That's include standard library .h file. We will have a initialize main function. We'll have an open and closed curly bracket. Enter a couple times down. Return 0 semicolon will be at the end of your main function for the most part. And when it's not, that'll be further on in your class. And we are going to simply tell the computer to print F, that means print on the screen, open brackets, open quotations, hello world, exclamation point, and at the end we'll put a semicolon. Now you see this yellow area right here? This yellow area means that it's not been built. This area has not been built or tested by the compiler. Right here we'll click build. You can see that it turns green. It found no problems down here. Now we're going to hit run. And sure enough, Hello World comes up on the screen. Now, Hello World is fine and all, but that's not the only thing we can do here. I will quickly show you how to create a loop, which is a little advanced for you right now, but real quick, we're going to introduce some variables, some integers, so it's int times, and we'll initialize that to a value of 0, comma to separate it from our next variable, which we will call I. And we'll also initialize that to 0, and with a semicolon. Starting to notice something with the semicolons? So now we're going to ask a user by printing on the screen with printf, open bracket, open quotations, how many times do you want to say hello? Question mark, /n. Now that /n is important because it adds a new line to our printed screen. You will not see /n come up on the screen. It is a command. And with a semicolon. Now we will scan in with the scanf function the user's result. Now here we're going to get into some formatting with a % sign and a lowercase d. That is saying that we are taking in an integer here. After the quotations, we'll put a comma and %. Then the variable we want the new value to be assigned to, and we're going to say times. Enter it down a little bit more. Now we create what's called a while loop. Inside of the brackets, we will need to set an argument. This argument is going to be that while I is less than times, you will run the following loop. Now you're going to need a open curly bracket here, and we're going to bring the printf statement right underneath the while loop, and we're going to, at the end, after the print statement of hello world, we're going to say I++. That means that every time it hits that point, we're going to add another number to I, because right now this I right here is 0. So when it comes down here, it'll get 1, and it'll be 1 is less than however many times the person entered, until it is no longer less than that, and it will break out of the sequence. Now we'll see how this works. Notice how we have this yellow here. We can build it and run it, or we can build and run. How many times do you want to say hello? I'm going to say 4. Oh my, look at that. It said hello world 4 times, but end after end. We must have done something a little wrong. Well, that's that little formatting I was telling you about with the /n. We have to tell it to add new lines. And here, hello world, we're going to do it 4 times again. And now you can plainly see hello world 4 times, easy as pie. What if we wanted to say hello world 15 times? Bam, there you go. So, I just wanted to give you a special thank you for watching. And if I could, I would, so I will, thank you 1,000 times.